Says go. I love it. How are you? It's Wednesday night. It's Afro Economics Live. Afro Economics Live, indeed. Living our best life. Tonight we're talking about 10 reasons we cannot afford to waste our time. 10 reasons we cannot afford to waste our money. 10 reasons we cannot afford. 1 through 10, make it real quick because life is just too valuable to waste anything. Waste anything. How you doing, Queen Howard? Life is just too short. How you doing, Miss Davis? And it's so good. It gets better and better when you dance with it. Come on in the studio, Queen Howard. Miss Davis wants you in there with her. Yes, indeed. I see you. How you doing, Miss Davis? You at work?
Yes, I am.
I know that's right. Looking good in the office. Make
Yep.
that money. Make that money. A key reason. Oh, thank you, everybody. Make sure you're sure to chat. Say hello so I know that you are there. I love seeing our Afro Economics members out and celebrating our Wednesday night together. We are doing it for real though. I every time when we get together, I always think, oh, I want to share this with you, and then I forget. How you doing, Mike Rob? My favorite, Mike Rob. I love you, love you, love you, love you. It's so sweet. It's just so good. Miss Murphy, it feels good. Have my husband support like that. I appreciate it. How you doing, Promise Ministry? Where you been? Miss Richardson been hiding out. Yes, indeed. We have missed you indeed. How you doing, Miss Wells? I was just talking about you to Miss Davis. I said, yes, we have some people in Atlanta and the Wells and Miss Davis. Y'all gonna get together and we're gonna grow and we're gonna come on down there. And I'm gonna bring Jenny Jones with me. There's Jenny Jones. Look at y'all. Oh, y'all ready? Oh yeah. And I'm gonna bring him with me, Miss Davis. I'm gonna bring Mr. Jones.
All
We're
right.
coming to the ATL. You know,
Looking forward to it.
I really, yes, thank you. Yes, indeed. Well, that's Miss Wells, which y'all are, and I wish y'all were in the studio together. We're gonna work on getting Miss Wells in this. How you doing? Almighty, namaste. Back at you. It's such a good night. I want to get y'all to really think about tonight's notes. It's about your fun versus your future. And I know Mr. Jones, being a man, can give us an additional perspective. I know Mike doesn't have his camera on. I wish he did. Come on now, Mike Rob, so you can represent for the men. I need you, talk about like just growing up as a man, your fun versus your future. Like what are the things that if you always wanted to say, like what did you want to what have you you would say if you were talking to a young person right now, like what would you tell them when they say, male or female, I gotta have some fun. I gotta have fun. I gotta have fun. And, I don't really want to worry about that right now, JB. If they feel like, or I don't want to worry about that, Mr. Jones, right now. What would you tell your young self if you had to make a note to your 18-year-old self, Mr. Jones? What would you say with your fun versus your future?
One of the things that I really stuck by as a young man before becoming a adult, well, as a teenager, I would say I made sure I did not want to have any children with a
Oh,
child. With a
wow.
child.
And what y'all two kids having babies, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow, that's powerful. So you were intentional.
yes,
You were intentional.
yes.
That's so powerful, and that's really really interesting to hear, and that really does make a difference. And I wonder how many people are telling, young people, that now at 18, like, hey, son, be careful, what advice would you, Mike Rob, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self with fun versus your future? What would you say? Oh wow, he's muted. Baby, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, y'all. I
Okay.
was saying just try to find. I would tell myself to try to find something where you can enjoy yourself alone, where you don't have to partake in anything, where you are spending money around, people. When you're young, you got a crowd sometimes, and everybody got a plan what they want to do,
Mm,
and in that plan, you end up spending time wasted and money wasted. Sometimes. So find something
mm,
more productive where you can get into reading a book, finding some type of skills with your hands,
mm.
learning things like that.
That's powerful. This made me think of it made me think of this. I wanted to show y'all something. Then this made me think of this. I want to show you just a second on this.
99% of people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. The Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. The center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. Something as simple as food and eating. It's not about your body as much as it is about your mind. It's getting command of your mind to be able to choose actions that are in your own best interest. Every day we are choosing that's not in our own best interest.
Amen.
So if the world is attacking you and the world wants to fight you and the world's trying to hold you down, so you're going to kick yourself in the balls? So you're going to stop yourself from getting what you dream. And I think the word discipline has.
I mean, that was Will Smith, but that's you hear what he's saying, just like y'all said about the discipline, having the discipline to decide how you want your family to be, having the discipline on how you want to carry yourself, how you want your career to be, like Mike Robb said, Mr. Jones saying about having control of your family. What would you tell your 18-year-old self, Jenny Jones? Okay, you'd be muted too. All right, that's right. I don't know why you're muted and I can't unmute you. Try the What about you, Miss Davis?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
The advice I would give to my 18-year-old self is
Yeah.
to continue to save and put back and hold back a dime, a nickel, a dollar, 15 cents. There will be rainy days. Believe it or
Mm,
not, they're going to
mm,
show up. We
mm.
need to cushion and brace ourselves financially at an early age.
That's right.
Now, that's my sermon.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Try it again, Jenny. Oh, she went. She looked at you. Try it now. Yeah, it won't play it. I know, but that's okay. Stay on camera because you're beautiful, and I want to see you. And you can put up signs. You can put up signs, yes and no. Get a yes and a no sign. That's right. And dance. That's all right. Exactly. I know how your voice sounds. Beautiful voice. That's what Jenny Jones always says. I love Jenny Jones's voice. You know, I really wanted us to talk about like that, your fun versus your future. And my first is to think about like all of the things, especially as you grow as an adult, what is considered fun. And that's where I have seen an increase in the gambling of our community. And I saw these studies on the negative impact of gambling on our community, and especially a negative impact for Black women. And the research is showing that there is an addictive behavior with Black women in gambling, more so than with Black men. So I wanted to make sure that we just think about key things and how we can decipher, with fun versus our future. Like, people go in, there's this white friend of mine at the gym, and he said, "Let me tell you what the Black women do when I see them at the casino." And I said, "Okay, well, tell me what the Black women do when you see them at the casino." And he said that the Black women walk up to the machine and they like pray over it. They pray over it. And they do. I said, "No, please don't." He said, "Yes, they do. They go like this." I was so like, you can't be mad at him because he couldn't have made that up. He could not have made that up. So he
Oh
said
my
they go,
God.
and then they might switch to another machine and they do that over it. So that's beautiful to bring God into all of our experiences, but really, so
Mm-mm.
that is, a challenge. That is a challenge. And is it really fun? Just because you might be 65 or 70 years old, Ms. Murphy said that is true. So that's scary. See,
Mm.
is it really, you know what I mean? The end. Why do you feel that you don't have to be responsible for your financial future anymore because you're a senior? When there is a growing number of Black women, especially who are seniors and living in poverty,
Mm.
living in poverty. So a Black woman is more likely to be educated, but yet she's more likely to grow older and be in poverty. That's something for us to think about, the amount of Black wealth that is going through the hands of Black women, and we're not being able to pass that on to another generation. What is happening? And we're making more money, we're getting more education, we're doing these things, but where is the money going?
Mm.
You know, I I I believe in empowerment. I don't believe on that we have to be constantly focused on discrimination and things that aren't happening for us. Because I started my own business in my 20s because I refused to every day have to think about someone else's opinion of me. And why I'm not progressing, does it have something to do with your opinion of me? Or is critical race theory playing into my daily life at that company? You know, I want to, I want us to realize the importance of our mental freedom in order for us to distinguish between fun and our future. I think because of a lot of the pain that you're incurring, you're using bad habits as fun, and then they're not. They're not serving you. I mean, so let's. I think that's interesting, Ms. Davis, that your when I put you on the screen, your video comes up Black, but when I see you in the studio, your face is up. So let's think about, who do you think you are? Are you who you want to be? How much power do you think you have over yourself? I'm talking about your fun versus your future. The reasons that we cannot afford to waste our time or money on anything, gambling, materialism, divorce, all of these things are taking away our financial future. And I think that we need to start with, who do you think you are? Do you think it's okay for you to be going around a casino doing an anointing on a machine? Like, you know what I mean? Do you want to be viewed that way? You know, is that where you want to be? I keep taking my
Wow.
baby standing out because I can hear her. So I think that those are some key questions. Who do you think you are? Are you who you want to be? How much power do you think you have over yourself? It's three questions, but I just have it as my first point. How much power do you think you have over yourself? I felt that you becoming an entrepreneur, that's why I encourage entrepreneurship. That's why the seventh principle of Afroeconomics is entrepreneurship, is that, and the moment that my husband said, I want my own business, I had to support, because it's like when I started my own business, nobody was there. So I knew that I went through what I went through in order to be when I had the opportunity to help, someone else's dream, to just believe, like, just to believe, to have somebody, to just say, I mean, and to have that back from him so generously. He says he's never doubted me, never doubted me. And I never doubt him. But that is what we need to be. You know what I mean? That's what you need. That's what we need to surround ourselves with. We cannot waste our time in toxic experiences. It will kill you. So where are you spending your time? Is somewhere, a smoke-filled room with alcohol and fried food, you know what I mean? Is that really where you're supposed to be? Is that where you want to be? If that's where you want to be, then that is where you will be. Mm, mm, amen.
Mm.
So a second point is, let's think about wasting money. If you are wasting money, do you realize the impact that it has on your family's generational wealth? Do you realize that the next generation depends on you? Children or no children, there are people younger than you that are depending on you to have the discipline. Not, I think, in inheriting a family of discipline is more valuable than inheriting a family with just money. Because there's many people that inherit money, but they inherit money from someone that are doing illegal activities. They may have a whole family, a lineage of families that have never found their way out of the drug business. You know, see that, and then so they have to inherit that, and they wanted something different. So what you want to make sure is that whatever you're passing on is not just money, but that you're passing on an opportunity for a better life, for a better life, not another life, that has to look over their shoulder every minute because somebody's trying to take their position, somebody's trying to kill them, somebody's trying to, like, you know, okay, they had the best clothes and the best car, you know what I mean, and maybe even the best house, but they didn't have an opportunity to live a life of peace and joy and have income. It is possible. We can do that. We are doing it. Woo, we can. And the third point is, how many times do you stop? Like, and I'm talking about fun versus your future, reasons why we cannot afford to waste our time or money, why we cannot afford to gamble, why we cannot, and repeatedly, overall, everybody says, well, when I do it, I really don't do that much. I mean, I don't, I just, I mean, as if I take it as seriously as if you said, I only do crack every now and then. I mean, I really do. Like, that is how addictive that behavior is. I've been in a convenience store and I've watched hard-working brothers buying $20 scratches, $30 scratches, spending $200-300 grocery amounts on scratching off lotto tickets that were supposed to make our city schools great, and they
Mm,
never did.
mm.
Mm.
And they never did.
That's right. That's right.
But it's pulling away. I know people spending $200, $300, $500 a week on lotto and casinos and things like that. Seriously. Do you know how much money that could be if you were putting that in? I mean, that could be millions of dollars. You're doing that habit over a 10-year period with a negative return. Even, a negative return. I have yet to see someone say that they're a billionaire because of their casino visits. We look at our country's biggest billionaires. Could just if somebody please correct me, I want to know who was the billionaire that got it from gambling. So you pretty much, we can put your effort into something that can be for your family's future. How how many times do you stop in the morning? How many times do you allow yourself to be interrupted? You cannot afford to waste your time. You do How many times do you stop every time your phone rings? And you have to pick it up, even though you know that you have other things that you're responsible for. I mean, and we're doing that. Like we're just like, oh, let me do. I got to do this. So you get to the end of your day and you have not done anything that you're actually financially responsible for. Have you ever felt like that? Like, it's like, oh, I just been going. I got all this, and then you get to the end of the day, Miss Davis, you ever felt like that? And you're just like,
Oh, absolutely.
I know.
All
It's like
the time.
I haven't done anything I was supposed to do today. You know what I'm saying? It even can happen at work. You be there, you go by the water cooler, the coffee pot for a little while, like you know what I mean. Then you get back to your desk, and that's how I feel sorry for these big corporations because how they keep up with the lack of efficiency. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like so hard. It's like people are standing. I remember being in corporate America, and people would just stand at the water cooler most of the morning, just talking about the person they about to go work for. Wow, they make me sick. Blah 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 blah. That is not in the list of your priorities. I don't know why Miss Davis is like, we get that feedback. But it's not, you have to make a commitment that I'm not gonna waste time. I'm not gonna waste time. How am I gonna continue? I hope that tomorrow that you'll think about that JB was like, don't allow interruptions. Just keep flowing through your morning, especially in the morning. Why do you think Mr. Jones, like, why am I saying the morning? 'Cause that's it. That's the
uh,
top of the day, right?
that's the time. That's the time of the day. And in all honesty, for myself, on Sundays, it's just a little bit too early for me.
You like to sleep in on Sundays, but that's all right.
Yeah.
But you're up and at it the other. I mean, I'm just saying, like, even if your person gets up, they start their day at 10 p.m.
Hmm.
I mean 10 a.m. And most people that start their day at 10 a.m. are people who stay up to like 2 a.m. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter where you start, especially with these, Generation Z and these young people now. Like they are around the clock almost like they're not thinking about like 9 to 5 like that's 9 to 5 is the way I'm structured because I'm an investment advisor. The
Hmm.
market opens, you know what I'm saying? So and the market closes. So even if a person is in China, if they want to do business on the US stock exchange, they got to be on my kind of clock.
Hmm.
So that's, but if you don't have that type of restriction, you have to be disciplined according to your day. Like I have things that have to be done before 4 o'clock when the market closes. I gotta have all my trades have to be done. They have to be done. That's it. You can't call in an extension. It's like, oh, I just get the trades in. You have to get them in. So if you're like not, if you haven't set up a priority, like okay, this has to be done now, blah 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 blah, then your whole your it'll become a habit through all of your life. So I have to have structure from the first moment of my day. And if I'm getting up and my first point is to exercise, but then I start checking my emails, it always jacks me up. I always do better if I leave the emails alone. Nobody wants to email back it from me at 4:30 a.m. I need to go ahead and get my workout in. How you doing, Miss Charles? So definitely stop the interruptions that you're doing to yourself so that you will not waste the time. And I don't care where you are in your life, you still have things that you want to accomplish. Because someone's out there listening and they're just like, oh, I can hear Miss Fleming saying, oh, well, I'm retired, so I don't have to worry about it. But yes, you do. You're retired, but you still have things that you want for you. For example, number four, your health. So you can't afford to waste time or money. You know what I mean? And one of the reasons, major reason, is because your health. You want to be healthy. What are you doing to make your health a priority? And how does the things that you choose to have fun with impact your health? So you say, well, I'm retired, and now I just go to the casino, and so then you start sitting down, drinking, pulling this thing, and sitting, drinking, eating, sitting, drinking, eating, sitting, drinking, and eating. I mean, I don't understand what else. What else happens? What else happens?
Losing money.
What else happens? Like I have yet to meet anybody that says they actually like hook up, meet a guy or something at the casino, and like you know what I mean, run off and go dancing together, or even go take a slow walk around the parking lot. Usually, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, then they lose the money, right?
Losing money. Yeah.
Oh, that's the status part.
Yeah.
Sitting, sitting is bad enough when you have to do it in order to eat. I pray to God I'll figure out a way that I can not have to just be so sedentary all the time to do my job. And I'll be doggone if I were in most of the people's situation in these unhealthy places. That's GP right there. Jenny Jones is looking around. Watch this. That's Mr. David. I mean, Mr. Jones.
Yeah,
She's like,
you know that
he don't even
it
hear it.
never fails.
He don't even hear it.
It never fails.
Our nation's capital.
Oh my
That's all right.
God.
Because we're
Oh
gonna be
my
great.
God.
We're gonna be, but it's amazing how it stops as quick as it starts. But we're gonna be there next week, y'all, at the DC office, members only meeting on the 12th, all the way live. So register now. Register now. They said Ms. Walton said they don't call it the one armed bandit for nothing. I don't know what I can get your answer to that. Like why they do. But I'm gonna tell you, unfortunately, this discussion will not be one of my most popular. And you know why?
No, why, Debbie? Why?
Because it's talking about what we need to improve on. It's talking about how to really love yourself. It's talking about things that will make our life better. You know what I'm saying? And it's talking about changes from just having fun to changes of having fun that actually benefits you, fun that increases your fit, like fun that creating, especially when we're talking about physical activity, as a benefit of not wasting our time and not wasting our money. Like you can start walking and taking drives to parks, to city parks, instead of the time where you would sit inside that casino or um that room or that bingo hall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that it's just get up. Everything that we do, you know what I mean? We should try to move. I think that in many situations we're just we are not allowing ourselves to get the movement that we deserve, especially as we grow. We're not dancing as much as we used to when we were young. And when you're young, it's not as much, stress. Like you need, of course you need the movement when you're young, but you need it even more when you're older. And more of our activities involve less movement. You get older and it's like, oh, let's just go somewhere to sit, right? Let's just go and sit, and you just go and sit. But what is that fun, that sitting fun? What is it doing to you, to as far as your actual health? Is our fun benefiting us? So make your health a priority. Make your health one of the first things that you accomplish in the day, no matter where you are in your career. And the fifth point is, how much are your habits costing you? And then I mean, I think that that's the thing. Like, if I knew it's easy for me to talk about this because I spend so much of my day trying to make better choices. But I don't feel that the overwhelming majority of people spend they spend their day trying to make better choices. Would you all think? Do you think? I think that most people spend their day seeking comfort. Seeking comfort. Because I remember, like, when I was out today and I was leaving the office, and I was like, wow, it would be so much easier to just go through a drive-through window and just pick up something, you know what I mean, than going home and actually cooking the salmon and putting it on top of a salad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and having to do all of that standing and cooking for myself. But to go through the drive-through window so I can, and then oh, that would be so much more fun. But then you're getting MSG and DDD and PPP and everything. You don't know what you're getting in the food, and sugar too, and then no matter how healthy it is, you don't know exactly what's in it. So so it's not fun to talk about I want to move away, but I do. I want to move away from always having to be comfortable. And I want to move away to things that build me, not just things that make me feel comfortable. Oh, this feels good, so I'm just going to do that. Like, is it really going to pay off for us in the long term? Is that really what I should be doing over the long term? So, how much are your habits costing you? How much do you spend of your money on habits? How do you have fun? And how is your fun impacting your future? And what trips me out is that people will say, like, well, everybody has to do something, or everybody has something, you know. I mean, do you really believe that? Like, everybody has something?
What do you mean?
Like, that everybody has something wrong with them. Like, everybody, like, you know what I mean? Like, when you say that, you go, oh, like, everybody has a bad habit. Like, there's always
I mean,
something.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, nobody's perfect, but yeah,
that
nobody
that's
is
kind of
perfect.
what you think is a bad habit. That's you really can't say in a way, but then you don't know. You just don't know. Somebody. I don't know. That's hard to say
But
that.
like, how do you like how? Because how do you tell? That's what like saying. So when Will Smith was like, "Oh, discipline is the key." Remember, like in the video, and he was like, "Discipline is the key. Discipline is the key." So, like, what are we saying? Discipline. If discipline is the key, and you have to have, you know what I mean, this discipline. And I think that we don't want to believe that truly that Will Smith is more disciplined than we are. Like we want to believe that it's just some sort of luck factor. Like you know what I mean? That he didn't make better choices. But what if he actually did? Like, what if he actually did make like really much better choices? And he really was much more disciplined. And what if he got up every day at 4 a.m., you know what I mean? And he kept trying, he kept trying, he kept trying, you know, and he kept getting turned down for stuff and he kept trying again, he kept getting turned down, kept trying to get, you know, and he really did abnormal things in order to get there. What if he did? Because I really believe that you have to do amazing things to become amazing. And what is considered amazing is all relative. But I don't think that people are amazing to us by accident. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to be amazing at all things. Like you know, Ben Carson is amazing at surgery. You know what I mean? But Beyonce is amazing at you know dancing. Like, but they had to put a lot of effort. You know what I mean? And discipline into that area. I can't wait to see this movie about King Richard. Is that the name of it with Serena Williams? You know, but the discipline that is required, you know, and I would be interested to see is there a difference in the discipline that they had when she was always winning and the discipline that she has now when she's not winning? Is it just
I think
age? Because
that
look
old.
at Tom Brady. No, but look at Tom Brady, and that's a contact sport. You know what I mean? But Tom Brady, you know what I mean, could be more disciplined. I mean, she's outplayed a lot of tennis players and like McEnroe and all of them. They say like, oh, she's you know, but could there, you know what I mean? Are we unfairly blaming everything on age? Like, you know, like you
Yeah,
honestly, Michael, inspire me to not ever blame anything on age. Like I just go, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just not gonna say because I'm older, I can't, you know, blah blah blah. The older I'm not like, and I think that because I think that a lot of times people as they get older, they make it as an excuse. But there are 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds doing amazing things. Amazing. I think our mentality, like I don't think that we get old. I think our mind changes. Our mind changes about how we're going to take care of ourselves. And if over time you slowly stop taking care of what you're carrying, you know what I mean? It will change. But you can't if you actually take extremely good care of yourself, and I see it with a lot of my clients, people in their 60s are often healthier than people in their 30s because of the habits. Because of the habits. If you take care of yourself, you know what I mean? Your age, your true age is a lot younger than your number age because of your health, your habits, your choices, how you use your resources, how you live your life, what you find to be fun. What you find to be fun. I have never found to be fun things that hurt me other than exercise and lifting weights, you know? But as far as things that say, you know, it's going to hurt your brain, it's going to hurt your mind, it's going to hurt you, you know what I mean? I thank God, you know what I mean, for that discipline. You know, but I believe that we can create some amazing things as Afro economics members and serve as inspirations for our entire community by following those 10 principles of determination and black health and wealth, you know, that you can have a health, that the biggest inheritance that you can give to your family is your health and your habits. And your wealth is a natural complement to that. Because if you're healthy, you can make money for your entire life. Entire life. So the healthier you are, the better your wealth has a chance to build for you. And then a point about your friends. The sixth point is, your friends. Do your friends celebrate you or tolerate you? Where do you find yourself? Who do you spend time with? No, I'm very careful with that because the more disciplined person you are, the less people really want you around, like random people. So like being married is really beneficial to me because I get to just be myself for my husband. But there's, you know what I mean, people who really are in situations with friends because they don't have anyone that accepts them just for who they are, you know? So they're going into situations that are not celebrating them. And it's pulling them down from the positive life experience that they deserve. So I say you allow yourself to get into a positive situation. You know what I mean? Like Afro economics. Get yourself into like-minded organizations with people who are positive and are about moving forward, who are about healthy choices, who are about, the things that you are about. And Queen Howard said, Amen. Get with friends that celebrate you. I spent too many years making that mistake. I don't want to just be tolerated. I thank God to be celebrated.
There you go.
So look at this, like what a seventh point. What type of fun are you having? And meditate on that. Eighth point, your vision. Your vision depends on you. What is your vision? Is it detailed? Have you taken the time to know exactly what you want and how you want it all to come together? It's because when you're thinking about stuff like that, and then it's your fun, versus your future. When you have your vision straight, your fun is about stuff going towards your future. When you have your vision straight, fun versus your future they will be at one. They will be all about like, this is fun. This is fun taking care of myself. This is fun being with these positive group of people. This is fun writing this story, Mr. Jones. This is fun doing a new video. This is fun, but you'll have good, healthy fun. And so know your vision. Know your vision. And then consider my ninth point is to join Afroeconomics and take some time for yourself. Like Afroeconomics is about taking care of yourself. The time that we spend together will help you stay on point about your goals. I never had anything like this 60 years ago when I started my firm. I'm convinced that I would be so much farther if I had had someone like me to just talk to. That's why I'm doing this, because I just feel we don't need to be just going at this by ourselves all the time. And at the minimal investment of the membership, you know what I mean? We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Not to even think that there's a free membership level too. So goodness, no excuses. That's the name of it. And the 10th point is, how do you spend your resources? How do you spend your resources? And what do you think your greatest resource is? Like, and I'm not going to tell what I think our greatest resource is. Well, what do you think your greatest resource is, Jenny Jones? And just mouth it out. What do you think it is? Let me see if I can figure out what you said. Your greatest resource. I couldn't get it.
Tell her write it down. Tell her write it down.
Oh, Oh, I think she can. You actually can chat. Oh, love. Oh, your ability to love others and everything. Oh, that's so sweet. Love. Oh, what do you think your greatest resource is, Mr. Jones? Resource.
My greatest resource is my mind.
Nice.
My mind.
Love and mind. I love it. I love it. You have a good mind. What is your greatest resource, husband? Michael.
Uh, the information you give me.
Oh, really?
Good, good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. We're winning. Amen. He dug deep for that one. But I think that
I was
our
hoping you weren't gonna ask me nothing.
oh right, I was coming. I saw your hands crossed though. No, hands crossed mean really don't ask me. I'm just joking. That'll be our code from now on. Hands crossed,
Okay,
like
okay, okay.
don't ask me nothing. Mr. Juan Johnson said good answer too. Ms. Fleming said health. I wish you were in the studio. Cheryl. And that I was you say our greatest resource, in my opinion, is our time. And we don't have any to waste. Like we can never get the time back.
Yeah.
Like because we always seem like because you can make up money if you have time. But if you don't have time, you SOL. It's like it's over. So like we should not allow anybody to waste our time. Like we just thought about it, like, you know what I mean? And we just started like we should start the day and have it like as a countdown. And you would say, look, I only got like 8 hours left. Like it's like so, I can't I have to call her back. I have to call her back, and then to call her back. But you just, look at how valuable time is. Have you ever like done something like when you do like just say you say I'm gonna run like you say I'm gonna run you go you're gonna run like for 1 minute and you think to yourself that's nothing until you start running and you're like damn it's only 30 seconds. Oh my
Mm.
goodness, it's 45. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe not that bad, I hope not, but when you think about it, time, you know what I'm saying? It's passing. You know what I mean? It's passing, and we need to be after it like we're gasping. Like, it's just gasping and grabbing for it, and just looking at the clock like as if you were sprinting down the street. You know what I mean? Keep looking at it, keep searching, keep being conscious of it. Because tomorrow is not promised. We're just like chilling. I feel that we need to have more of a sense of urgency. As they say in marketing, a call to action. Y'all know what a call to action is? Like when you visit the website and then you go on somebody's website and then it says sign up here and it pops up. That's a call to action. Or when you hear a radio commercial and then they go, call us today. You know what I mean? That's a call to action. Like it's something that you're trying to get them to do. Or like this little where I have on this, subscribe on YouTube. That's a call to action. I want you all of these are, things I want you to do. This is my other one. Power, financial impact. These are my call to action. We should live that way. Queen Howard said, time is truly valuable. Yes, it is. We have no time to have fun in things that don't empower us. I mean, and I know that there's 1,000 arguments of why everybody needs, a little this, a little that, like, da da da. But that when I was you looking at things like I was sharing with Miss Fleming over the weekend, and I was showing her like alkaline foods versus acidic foods, and then I was showing how you can have a whole day of eating acidic foods. There's acidic vegetables, there's acidic starches, there's acidic meats, there's acidic, what I mean? You can just over there, but you know, it's not good for you to stay in that area. And so that's where you can have fun, but it can truly be the same way. Like it tastes good, it feels good, you having fun, but it's acidic and it's killing you. And acidic things create disease. They create discomfort. They create consequences. A client was telling me today about when he was in the military and he met the most beautiful woman in the world. He said she was just beautiful. He said he would spend so much time with her, he just couldn't get enough. It was like one of those East Asian countries, it's like he just couldn't. And he said when he went back to post, and he said, and they told him, don't drink the water and don't eat the food when you go, you know what I mean, into the city with the people. And he said he went in there, and it's mostly because we're from a different culture, so your body isn't able to handle the things that other cultures eat. Like literally, when Americans came to the United States, to this country, they killed Indians just because of the viruses that they brought, and it wasn't even killing them, it was killing other people. So when you go to, I had a client, she went out of the country, came back, died because of a virus she got from the other country. Died. This was years ago. This was like over 10 years ago. So he goes in, he's spending this most beautiful woman in the world. He's talking about fun, he said. Just fun, fun, fun. And he said he got back to post and he was almost dying. They told him he had hepatitis. He was like, oh my goodness. He said they kept him in the hospital for like 4 weeks. And he said he got out of the hospital and he went looking for her. He said he had to find her. He had to find that woman. And he never could find her. He never could find her. What are you chasing? The moral of that story is like, what are we chasing? By grace of God, he didn't find her again. It could have taken him out the next time. He just couldn't. He couldn't handle that. His body could not handle that. So it was a blessing. But what are you doing that your life really can't handle? What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your money? What are you doing with your mind? What are you doing with your heart? It's so real. And we just take it all for granted. And my final point is, next to the final point is, I want to share that you cannot afford to have negative self-talk. We have to unlock the power of our mind. That same one that can just, keep you going into this negative experience can be that same mind that says, I want to improve. I want to make better decisions. You want to improve, and you're willing to even though it frightens you being that way. I was listening to a video today, and this guy was talking about he used to go to karaoke bars all the time. And he just did a video about, it was just random. And he said that he would just go to karaoke bars, drink all night. He was having a great time. And then he couldn't wake up in the morning. And he always felt bad in the morning. And he was always, his health wasn't good. And this is a young guy talking about it. And then he said that he just one day decided, and I truly believe this is how you just decide. That one day he just decided, I'm not going out like this. And he told his friends, he said, I don't like how I feel in the morning, and I'm just going to stop hanging out at the bars, and I'm going to stop drinking. And he said he lost a lot of friends, but it was worth it. And it's just worth it. But it took, you know what I mean? It took that type of, move. He had to be open-minded and flexible about building himself up. He had to accept that his set of people, that his set makes a difference, that he has to be around very positive people, and stop limiting. He had to stop limiting himself. We have to stop limiting ourselves and stop wasting our time and our money on things that are not serving us. Not one near dime. I don't know why you think it's okay. Not one. Not one dime. On some of the unnecessary risk. unnecessary stuff. And Mr. Wynn said that was his rock bottom. I know. There's a lot of people that have a lot worse rock bottom than that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a really, but like my client was saying about when he was away at war, and getting the illness, you know what I'm saying? And that was his rock bottom in a way, because then he admitted he went back looking for her, so it was like, it's like, it might have a different rock bottom, but it was just it was a funny story. But it just made me think, like, is our fun serving us? And it doesn't matter what it is, because we always want to pick on like one thing. Like my fun used to be eating ice cream every night. I just loved it. Yours was that exactly. And I was like, I had to stop. I had to just stop. I was like, it's just gonna stop. But it was hard giving it up. That was, you know, like just entertainment. But now, like, I wouldn't even consider doing something like that now. I mean, I guess I would consider it, but so, but I do not choose to. I have to make that conscious choice, right, Miss Davis? I make that choice,
Yep.
making the hard choices. Everybody has their choices they have to make, but we have to stop limiting ourselves. We can be amazing, and in order to be amazing, you have to do amazing things. You have to make amazing sacrifice. We have to make amazing choices. Anybody can be good, but very few can actually be amazing. You get it? Yeah. So thank you all so much. You know what I mean? I know this is a lot to grasp. It's a lot for me. I'm gonna listen to it myself. I'm just gonna like go and like just absorb. I can listen to this every day on my way to the gym, going and especially about making sure that we set priorities for our day. No, that we make sure that we set up the priorities, make sure that I use my time wisely, make sure that I set priorities of my health, set priorities of my business, set priorities of my dreams, of my vision, how you want it to be, down to the greatest detail. To the greatest detail. I had a weakness for Bluebell ice cream. I can't remember which one mine was. I don't even want to think about it. But I know my sweetie, he gave it up. His was mint chocolate chip, and he just stopped eating it. So we can't. It's not easy though. Yes, indeed. Well, y'all be good to yourself. Thank you so much for your time tonight. Acid infects the mucous membrane, which will use your body for a host for diseases. Exactly. We do not want to. Anybody want my as alkaline versus acidic chart? Please let me know. I shared it with Miss Fleming this weekend, and then it's not easy. As my daughter says, Mom, goodness, you're not gonna make Thanksgiving alkaline, are you? I said, yes. At least she said, you told Michael? I was like, no. 80-20.
You
80
talk
20.
about you talk about the Debbie stuff.
80-20. It doesn't alkaline and acidic, you don't have to be 100% alkaline, but at least, just say the most of the foods be alkaline. And then, 20%, the from that can be, moderately acidic. That's okay. That's okay. But we'll work and we'll work it out. And the members meeting is this Friday morning and in DC. Live, coming to the DC office, 700 12th Street, Suite 700 at Metro Center. You just get on the Metro Center stop, walk up because they won't let you come into the building straight. Walk up to the land and then come on to the front. Right, the Macy's is right below the office. Yes, indeed. Don't be shopping like Jenny Jones. But if we can get Jenny up there, Macy's never knew. She gonna whirl through there. But that's going to be fun. That's next Friday, the 12th. And we're going to have business presentations as well. and we're gonna lunch my treat. So come on out, and that's at the just getting us back. We got to get back out. We got to get back out. We got this. Y'all have a wonderful night. I love you all. See y'all soon. Bye bye now. Oh, bye bye. Thank you. Thank you.